surprised. As about this afternoon, I saw on social media that the case has been dropped on the instruction of the legal advisor to His Excellency Dr. Joseph Juma Boakai, President of the Republic of Liberia, who hears all of us as citizens of this country. Bushi Ben Keita instructed this.
The white on the flesh is for purity. The star is for republic. The blue sea is for black people. We know Liberia is our home. The Declaration of Independence was signed in 1847. 11 nations of people, we are known as First Republic. The Lone Star shining evermore. Of Liberia is flying all the time. Show your allegiance, show your loyalty to this nation, Liberia.
Oh yes, this is a team so now opens and closes the show here.
We humble themselves and seek my face. I will rise.
It's a 104.1 FM.
Liberia will rise again.
Mantenica Avaza is still here. The second queen, the cash giveaway. This is Voice of Liberia 104.1 live in Monrovia. Grand Bassa County live on 95.7. Bon County 90.7. Mac Gibbon 89.7. Coming soon will be Vanjima in Lofa County. Lofa County comes alive as well, trying to connect all the counties, bringing you communication, entertainment, education, all our doorstairs. This is the biggest afternoon show now. That starts before all the other shows in the afternoon. Welcome to it. Leave your comments on the live feed right here. Let's see how it works. If your comments are coming, it's clear, then I can let my Telega Vaza go. Stay in the building.
We profess no life. We profess prosperity. We profess peace in this nation. A pleasure. This fire all the time. Show your allegiance.
These are some of the talking points coming out right now.
To this nation, Liberia.
Elisa Malwa, welcome to the show. She said, good afternoon. I'm following you from Broadway. Keep up the good work. Alexa Malwa.
Show your allegiance.
Lots of things to talk about this afternoon.
To this nation.
Carry on some renovation and some changes here.
The red on the flesh is for forever.
And the main broadcast facility right here.
It's for purity. The star
Christmas celebration ends in Monrovia, but the fiesta is here on in other places.
we know, Liberia is our home.
I know many of you had a good time yesterday.
Declaration of Independence.
And we also did
In 1847.
with Mr. Prince A. Moluba,
Before we are known as First
Mr. David Sefa Massacre Sr.,
Republic.
head of the Salvation Army School System, Mr. Winston Lucini, Victor Dilamu,
It's fire all the time.
Vesa Cooley, and the rest of the guys.
Show your allegiance. Show your loyalty.
Why did the Liberian government accept a gift of 10 pickups
Liberia.
from the Guinean junta in Guinea?
Over money.
What is the implication and interpretation?
They seek my face.
Eating with the devil?
I send you their nation.
DMB tells Liberians that Guinea and Liberia are not a conflict.
Again. Nations will come
Why did the government of Liberia, headed by Joseph Nyuma Boakai, accept a gift of 10 pickups from the Guinean junta? What is the implication? We shall talk about that.
Build our nation.
As Joseph Nyuma Boakai urges government officials who steal government money to use their ill-getting wealth, rather, to bless the Liberian people, encouraging thievery in public sector. Oh yes, that's the Master clarifies that his comment is taken out of context and they contextualize it in their own way. But what is the thinking of the Liberian people? What do you think about that? The John F. Kennedy Memorial Hospital in Monrovia, a post of a memo in Monrovia, informed the Liberian people that so many dead bodies collected across the country. Dead bodies have been collected from Monrovia and other areas. They've taken them to the GFK. They are in the mortuary. They asked Liberians who are not seeing their family, people who are missing, to go to GFK and identify the bodies of their loved ones, or else they will bury the bodies. Does that mean that there's a loss of mysterious deaths taking place in our country? Today marks exactly 1 year since the tanker explosion in Bon County. The gas tanker explosion in Bon County was on December 26th, a day after Christmas. We shall endeavor to talk to the man called Orlando Kwalimeling to give us an update. Former Liberian President George Openmanek identifies with people in Monrovia, children from all walks of life. Give them Christmas packages. Good news for Liberians who are sick and going to hospitals in the country, especially those in Grand Bassa County. Our reporter Ralph Romo is reporting that nurses and doctors have returned to the government hospital in Buchanan. What a good news! Thanks to the government for the negotiation with the people. The doctors said it was striking because of less salaries being given them.
The Declaration of Independence.
All of these to be discussed as I welcome Mr. Otis A. Russell. Merry Christmas, brother. My Christmas on you. My Christmas on you. Yeah. Mr. Otis A. Russell. Emmanuel Ricks. Good afternoon, Jala. I'm following you from Jamaica Road, Bassa Tiny District number 13. Successful People Organization, SPO Network. Following from on the Palava Hut with my guys at CEO Raymond Sami birthday. Keep sending your comments, I'll read them for you.
My faith, I will rise and heal the nation. Liberia will rise.
Welcome to Mr. Jefferson Cole. Welcome. Good afternoon, big brother. I'm following you from Johnsonville at the turning point. Yes. And I guess my big brother Otis A. Rossa also follows me from there.
Together, let's keep the peace.
I said we're doing some renovation and some changes here. Located in one studio to the other. So you see on shift around. You will see me some strange movement here with me on the television. Using my handkerchief to clean my face and all of those. That is unusual, but just for a few hours I work. Installing the air conditioning in other areas here. So obviously we thought the heat will come. Jimmy Vinicius Wallace, welcome. Good afternoon, he says. I'm watching from my Jalatan community around US Step. How are you, my brother and friend Jimmy Vinicius Wallace? My friend Kazo Zuba lives there. The judge of the traffic court lives right there. Good afternoon, welcome to the show, Mr. Kazo Zua. Traffic court judge. Where is George Joma Jala? My own blood. Welcome to the show. It happens to be a very big presentation this day. Oh yes, welcome to the show. It's on Voice of Liberia.
We profess prosperity. We profess peace in this nation. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Oh, yes. This is Voice of Liberia. You know, as I play these voices and play the theme song, there are a lot of you who want to play the cash giveaway with just 200 LD and win $10,000. Star 799 star 90 hash is a code. You can play as long as an on for the next 2 hours. You can play at the end of the presentation. The cash giveaway people will come and do the draw. But we need some people who will win. We certain number of people. Now, the more you play, the more you win. So 200 LD gives you $10,000. So you can play 8 times, you play 20 times, you get, the more you play, it increases your chances of winning, right? So star 799 star 90 hash is the code to play. So if someone is there trying to watch the presentation this afternoon as well. But welcome to it. Let me say welcome to you, Mr. Ahmed Mohammed Taku Sese. Good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. You are please tell the CEO to see about Kakata branch. Yes, we are working on that. We're working on that very well. As we speak, someone is coming out to see about that. So we are live in Buchanan now. Loveto Benjamin Kamo Pewala Jr., falling from Rwanda, Rwanda, Nyanza District, Southern Province, Bushman sector. And then Kwali Kovilo Kongeson, good afternoon, Jala, compliment of the season to you and the peace-loving people of Liberia. I'm watching you from my comfort zone in Soul Clinic. Welcome. Just keep leaving your comments that I'll read them for you again. You can play the cash giveaway. Star 799 star 90 hash, play 200 LD, win $10,000 on the after Christmas. You know how it feels to get $10,000 in your pocket. That's around $50, right? Or so. You know, last year about this time, Liberians woke up to this disturbing news about a gas tanker explosion in Bon County. That happened just after people had merry-make the whole night. The next morning, a tanker going to Banga area fell, and Liberians took advantage of that. They went to take some fuel from the tanker. Little did they know that if they were in a trap, and while they were feasting on the tanker, an explosion occurred. And lots of people got killed. People lost their lives. Some got burns on them as we speak. The scars are still on their hands. And one of my nephews died. One of my nephews died in that fire. And you can see skeletons, skulls, and bones of people burned beyond recognition. I know one day, my nephew, Senator Johnny Kwe, and I drove there, and we saw a mass burial of people. That also included a Mama Bridge Mensa and others who went there and identified with the people that very day. Today marks exactly 1 year since that happened. And I think this has sent a message to people around Liberia that once you see a tanker drop somewhere, a fall somewhere, do not go there in mass to take off the gas. It happened in Nigeria the other time. I don't know why human being everywhere. When it happened, they posted the pellet as stupid people. As a pellet nest in them, so they kill themselves. But Nigeria also, a gas tanker explosion led to the death of over 200 persons just about last month. So we say never mind to the people who lost their families and relatives in that fire. Lilat Bukuyu, my sister, who graduated from the senior high school we graduated from, Rock International, she was a victim. Her brother and her nephew died in that fire. The president, His Excellency Ambassador Joseph Nyuman Bwaka, gave $10 million just to cover up for the losses and take care of those who were in the hospital. But sadly, many of them died. They didn't survive. Thanks to all of the Bond County citizens and those in authority who went there and identified with those people, grace shall be your portion. Now, yesterday I took a drive around Painesville from Johnsonville, coming towards the Pueblan area, going towards how you call it, sir? Towards Boulevard, and I saw a multitude of children, beautiful attired in different attires. In the face of this horrendous and dilapidating economic situation, Liberians went all out. Children were dressed beautifully. Even though they said that Christmas was bad, it's not good, nothing coming. But I saw the Liberians went in the numbers. They bought clothes for their children. Some of them who did not have any food to eat much, they sacrificed to buy clothes for their children. I saw that while going last night. And the street was so packed. I was worried. I said, wow. So it tells us that we really celebrated Christmas yesterday, and we always celebrate Christmas amid the difficulties in this country. So those of you who say Christmas will be bad, no. But the attendance I saw yesterday, in the midst of these difficulties, children went out in their numbers. It tells you that Christmas was not bad, and then so, even though some officials of the government made some comments that were insightful, that were provoking and mocking others, I saw a post coming from my young sister, who is a press secretary to the president, and I will find that post and read it for a verbatim. And I think that was a wrong attribution made, Miss Kula Fofana or Mrs. Kula Fofana. You know, to have written on your Facebook page that JMB is not responsible for this one, but he is the president of the country. Comparing the December 2018 Christmas when George took office, and that of Boakai, many people tell you say it was better at the time than today. But again, it can be argued. Now with the 10 I saw yesterday and other places where people talk about photos I saw, it means that it was also better. But in the face of that, His Excellency, former President Weah, went out to identify with children who needed to be identified with. And so he did what he could do yesterday. We say kudos to the former president and all his people around him. Let me find Kula Fofana post on this, which I thought was not good. Sometimes when we are in public offices, there are some things you can just say. So when you say it, you bring the office you occupy into public disrepute, into public laughter, into public tata. The government is not responsible for how you plan your life from January to December. Besides, all of us are not Christians. So why complain about Christmas being hard? GMB will face it next year, please. You know. So she wrote that yesterday, and I saw a lot of backlashes against her. And then she suffered some lashes. But again, when we are in these public spaces, you got to be careful how you utter your words or how you write on Facebook. So Facebook is good, but the comments that come from there, sometimes it makes people feel that you are mocking them, especially those who don't have. The haves are more than the have not. But in the midst of all of these difficulties, we turned out yesterday. We drank our little beer. We drank our star. We drank our gin. It was good. But once there's life, there has to be hope. So, this week, President Joseph Newman Boakai is in Lofa. He jetted into Lofa in Foya with a private jet. Even though the roads are good, he was driven past Salayet, enter Zozo, past Vanyama, go to Konian, go to Kolahun, or to Lofa County. And I think that was the facility they wanted to see a president going to Lofa in that capacity as a president. The heroic welcome that comes with it, that euphoria that it gives the people, it is better. But the woman chose to go with a private plane, though. But I was told that if I were one of the advisors to the president, I would tell the president that, Mr. President, You need to stop to Salaye. From there, you go to Johnstown. All the major towns, make stops there. Let the people see you. Because this election, these are your own people. They were rapping and go to Lofa and then getting card coming on the side. For me, those who have asked the president that one, they didn't do well for the president. The people want to see that president. When you didn't go to Lofa much during the campaign period, and Lofa voted you. Now you go by Lofa, you write Iron Bear. But you have been so happy that those guys, those women, those men, those boys, those girls, standing on the road, singing the Love song, singing the Gola, the Batni song, singing the Manigo song, singing the Kissy song, that would have been a very exciting movement. That would have been better in my mind. But while Lofa, he made a comment that seemed to be very insensitive to the plight of Liberians and some of the vices they fought for or they fought against. I will find that voice. Hope Kutu can help me find that voice. GMB voice in Lofa. The executive manager is trying to sugarcoat, fine tune, and wind the music he played there, the political talk. That his comments have been taken out of order by politicians. But it came from the horse's mouth himself. Yes, you know, he said corruption in the government. Ellen Johnson, Salitan, your vice president, said corruption. They said corruption will be public enemy number one. But Senator Kim Dawazelo himself got angry. He was a collaborator from the Liberty Party. He said corruption is walking on Broad Street with three-piece coat suit. Nobody arrested. At the time, he was falling from grace to grass with the Ellen government. He had gone to a state to go study at the Sawyer University to get a master's degree, even though he didn't end his study, he came back. He dropped out of school, he came back to Liberia. There's certain places when you reach a certain time, certain age in your life, your brain cannot conceive anything better now. Are you going to tell Dawazelo to go to America to get PhD for 4 years, or for 2 years based on your IQ? But he was right. So under Ellen government, corruption was here working on Broad Street with three-piece coat suit. Nobody arrested. And those were the days he was falling from grace to grass of the Ellen government. So Bwaka comes to say, and you know it's hard for all to fight corruption, but people are in the government when you see so you can bless the people of Liberia. I want to find a quote. I want to play it for you to hear it. So in other words, the president is saying to us, he's encouraging his people in government to get involved in thievery, in stealing. They should steal the country money. But when you steal the money, give some back to the people. Let the people benefit from it. That's what Ambassador Parker was saying to us in clear terms. And I hear people say, it didn't mean wrong. No. If the head of the country makes this kind of comments, the pressure it gives to the citizens is that, oh yeah, he endorses stealing the government so you don't fight corruption. Oh yes. And I hear people trying to sugarcoat it and trying to make comparison with the comments that Senator Mangeo made in Banga, or where he made a comment. He said, hey, I stealing. But if I stealing the money and investing it buying the country, what? So, he used a preposition, if. So if he made those comments, and yesterday he was bullied, crucified politically, and nailed to the tree Agogota by politicians and the same people in government today, then what makes the president come to be right? I urge you that if you steal the country money, come back and bless the people. That was a very clear comment. That the executive manager will come to sugarcoat it and fine-tune it. I think that was not correct. All right, so I'm being informed that Kutu Sao, Dapi Sao has informed us that we are Okay, our online viewers, yes, in Magibi, Bong, and Bassa, you are informed we're running a technical maintenance on the transmitter now. So those of you in Bong, Bassa, and Magibi, be aware that Voice of Liberia is doing a transmitter text maintenance right now. And so the transmitter is on, doing maintenance on it. It will get better along the way, better by the day. So just keep tuning in. As I welcome Mr. Bill Williams, watching from the United States this morning. And good morning to you, my friend and brother. Merry Christmas. Merry Christmas to you, Bill Williams. Tobasi, Christopher Wulati Tobasi, Joe Buckeye in the country of Tobogi. Tobagi eaters cannot restore our pride as Liberians. Mark my word. Augustine Bonda, you guys want to make everything an issue. You want to less busy people. Augustine Bonda, you're very less busy, man. Yeah. Let me read the other ones coming in. Sorry for that. I didn't. Okay. Laveto Benjamin Kama Pewala. I'm falling from Rwanda. Yes, I read that. I'm a raya on Koliva raya Unya Mandela Kwekwe. I'm following you from the USA. USA, yeah. Suck for David Gavler. He says, good afternoon, Voice of Liberia. I'm pretty seated and listening from Manjua Market Waterside. All right, welcome to you. Alaji Bawon, as Alaji Dawon. Welcome back, Chief, he said. Welcome up, dear brother. How are you? Margaret Thomas Jackson. Good afternoon, brother. Following you from Ghana. Andrew Ganda. Good afternoon, Mr. Grayfield. I'm Andrew Ganda, watching from an end in Sinkers 6th Street. Welcome back. So there's no difference between the comments made by Mangel earlier during the campaign period, for which many people think he was sanctioned for. So with all of those things that happened, they said Mangel was stealing money. He's a chief of staff to the president. He gave him money. But he was imparting the lives of people. But other people said that he was stealing money. Take, for example, he went to Magibi, gave scholarship to people. He went to Bon County, gave scholarship to all the high schools there, government schools. And it was helping a lot of people. So if you say the president, what he said was not, it's good, anything. So when you steal the money, you go pay the other children's school fee too. Yeah, he says stealing not good, but you steal. Stealing is not good, it's a crime, but go steal. But when you steal it, you must do it better for the people. That's what Omen Baka said. There's no way you can sugarcoat this thing. There's no way you can edify to make it to be very better. Stealing is stealing. So I think the comments made by the president was unorthodox. And no one should try to comment. Nobody should try to sugarcoat it. I want to waste my time to go read what the RONA Executive Management website is clarifying. I must be a very less busy man to go read such a release. I'm a thinking man. And everybody thinks the same way I'm thinking. Many people think the same way I'm thinking. Unless those of you who are one-side partisan, always want to be listening to they want to phantom everything that is bad. But to go back and read that particular press statement from the Executive Marshal and say, Jesus Baga say, oh, they want, I would not waste my time on that one. Let's move to Guinea. There's been this rigmarole between the Liberian government and that of Guinea as regards to this Guinean Liberian who was jailed here, and they said he was trying to topple the government of Guinea. No wonder why the government of Liberia did not use international protocol to save the life of this man called Sharif. He was grabbed, incarcerated. I'm told 200,000 taken away from him by the police director, Gregory Coleman, and others. He was placed in jail. His lawyer, former Associate Justice Kabila Janet, was his lawyer. He fought his case, and the court ordered that the man living body being brought to the court. But on the night before he should have been brought to the court, they whisked him off jail and threw him over to the junta soldiers in Guinea, thus depriving him of his rights. Because if a man is at risk, he flees from his country and comes to you for safety, you cannot send a man back, because when you send a man back, you put that man's life in jeopardy. So Liberia did it. Front Page Africa and other people reported about the entry into Monrovia of the military junta. 6 of them were armed, and they landed in Liberia on the airport with no landing rights to them. To tell you, those guys are commandos, very trained people. They enter with no landing rights. Usually when the plane comes to land, you get somebody sitting there with a flag in hand, directing the plane, right? But the minute came midnight, they enter. We were told there was a scuffle between they and the AFL. And so that put the government under pressure, and the government turned over Sheriff to the Guinean government. Whether he's still alive or he's dead, we don't know. So when Samuel Kayando took office as president after they killed Tobert, he formed a government, the PRC government. And one of those who were appointed was Charles Maata Kangeta Panatilo, appointed as GSA Director General. After some months, 9 months in office, Taylor is accused of stealing money. He fled to the States. I think around 19,000 US dollars. At that time, that was plenty of money. He fled to America. After it was rumored that Samuel Kayando was after his life, he fled. When he entered America, the Liberian government, through Samuel Kayando and the Justice Minister then, I think it was this woman who died in a dumper, Jenkins Scott. I don't know who the minister at that time though. They wrote and asked the American people to send back Mr. Taylor. But America knew very well that Samuel Kayando was a dictator, a military leader who took over the civil Guinean people took over in our country. So Taylor lawyers saw it unfit to send him back. They argued in the court in America that this client has fled at Liberia, he's on a threat, and if you took him back to his country, he will be killed. So in the wisdom of the judge saw that indeed it was right. The motion filed by Taylor's lawyers at the time, we cannot send him back, we can detain him. So Taylor got detained. He was never sent back. When Mr. Henry Costa, my Nigerian brother, was being sought after by the Georgia government for ICE inimical status, he fled to Sierra Leone. As close as President Madebio and that of President we are aware, they asked the government to turn over Henry Costa. I heard the Minister of Justice in that country also, he spoke on the BBC, he said, no, we can't do that. They denied all the requests made by the Georgia government to turn Henry Costa over because they knew that Henry Costa was in danger. Even the government said, we're not going to kill him. I was not military government, and bad government to say, we'll kill people. But yesterday, man, by investigating him, we as a government, they both said, no, they didn't turn Henry Costa over. So why should a man who ran for this country for his life? And he says, he comes to your country for safety. You are pressurized by military leaders in Guinea, you turn the man over, disrespecting all human rights based on international protocols. They were reposts. I saw a video posted by my young brother Julius Jay. OKFM correspondent had gone to one of the towns around the border places just across, just a few miles from the Guinea. The guys are saying that the Guinean soldiers come every day, they harass us here. They came to our flag pole, they took the flag, they came to Guinea, they broke the pole, and SYC, they say they play for them. That they were under constant harassment by the Guinean people, the Guinean soldiers. But Ambassador Barker makes us to believe that Liberia and Guinea are not in conflict. I don't know. That was a ransom given to the Liberian government, 10 pickups for turning over this man who was alleged to have planned a coup against the military junta. Even though they are killers, they killed and they took all power. But the man who killed himself doesn't want to be killed. Maybe that was a payback to the Liberian government by the Guinean junta by giving 10 pickup trucks to the government of Liberia, which of them, one of the pickups will be around $50,000. 10 new pickups given to Ambassador Barker. He comes to say to us that nothing wrong about that. But what happens? This Guinean military junta is known to be and aggressive and a killing missionary that kill opposition in our country. Mali, Guinea, Burkina Faso, and Niger. Those 4 countries have been militarized by Russia. Just a few months ago, the deputy minister at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Nye, was in Russia. He took pictures with Russian authorities. They are talking about opening a Russian embassy in Monrovia. Just after that, the series of events that occurred just between that time and now will tell you that there is some influence coming from somewhere in Russia or Liberia. Whether it was Russia that turned, because the guys are they are malicious group of people in Guinea. They will not have the resources, the people on sanction, But so who gives the car? Is the Guinean military junta or the Russian people? It might be understood by some people that Russia is doing business with this government undercover and passing it through the Guinean militia. You can have your say on that, but that's our thing. That Russia is doing business with Liberia undercover and passing those things on these guys, that it comes with the military junta in Guinea. What happens to America's interest? America had been an ally to Liberia for decades. I listened to the motivating oration of a young sister who motivated and spoke at the Flag Day celebration. She talked about America not putting Liberia interest first. And she said all of those things. The American ambassador walked away because the thing that she was pushing the agenda of other people in America. The Shasha affair walked away. So if America sees you doing all of these things with Russia, that is supporting aggression in other countries around and destabilizing other countries, and you're doing business with them, what does that mean? America sees you with the left eye. There's been no Russian support to this country. Whatever, no. People argue that America has not done anything for Liberia. I said, for me, it's not true. America has given more to Liberia than Liberia has given to America. We can argue about that. We can argue from now to Judgment Day. I say stand by my word that America has done more for Liberia than Liberia has done for America. Even to the talk our citizens, for they carried them to the West. They were slaves on sugarcane farm. They were slaves in America, and they came back with the rights. They came with the Roberts. They came with the Joneses. They came with the Coppers. They came with the Kings. Their names were changed. They labor on farms in America.